Hey everyone, my name is Athena Trouillot, and in this video we are going to talk about what is stacking and in what scenarios would you want to use stacking. Before we get into that, if you want to evolve your game, make sure you subscribe to Selkirk TV so that you can stay up to date on our lessons and podcasts. Stacking is a strategy that you can use to make sure that a team of two players end up playing every point from a particular side that they want or feel more comfortable on. One of the reasons stacking is complicated or confusing for a lot of people is because in pickleball, you have to make sure that you are serving or returning from the correct side before every point because of the way that the format is for pickleball. So in this scenario, let's say that Catherine and I start a game 0-0-2. She starts on the right side of the court and I start on the left side of the court. This is really important because this is one trick that will help you figure out stacking in case you make a mistake. I will get back to that, but just remember that this was our starting positions. Okay, so when we had the score of 0-0-2, Kath was on the right side of the court and I was on the left side of the court. Now, let's say that in this partnership, this is our preferred side. So I feel really comfortable on the left side and Catherine feels really comfortable on the right side. So let's say that Catherine and I play a point, we win the point. So normally in pickleball, we would switch sides. I would come over on this side. Catherine's going to serve from the left side. The score is 1-0-2. But I really want to play from the left side because I feel more comfortable from there. As long as Catherine serves from the correct position, we can do whatever we want after that. So in this scenario where I would want to stack to make sure that I can play this point from the left side where I feel more comfortable, I will walk around to Catherine's left side. Catherine's still on the correct side based on the score and the format. She will serve to Amber. So Sean, you can kind of come up. You're in that return position. And as soon as Catherine serves this ball to Amber, she will shift over and get to the right side of the court. She will serve, get to the right side, and then I get to play the point out over here from the left side of the court, where I feel more comfortable. Okay, so in this scenario, the score was 1-0-2. So the reason I'm bringing that up is if you remember, when we started 0-0-2, Catherine was on the right side of the court and I was on the left side of the court. When our score is odd, that means we're going to be in the odd stacking position. If we played that point from 1-0-2, and we also won that point, we would switch sides again. So Catherine would be on the right side, I would be on the left side, and the score is 2-0-2. So if you notice, when our score is even, we're in normal format. When our score is odd, we're in the weird stacking formation. Okay, so in this scenario, it would be 1-0-2, which it was before. When we won that point, now it's 2-0-2. Catherine serves from the right. And now we get to be kind of in that normal position. So the reason I bring up that score is just one trick for you guys to have in your mind. As a team, if your score is even, then you're probably in that normal formation. And if your score is odd, then you're in the weird stacking formation. So that is an example of stacking when you're serving. You can also stack on the return. Now, what does that look like? Two ways you can do this. So you guys will be the serving team. And again, Catherine and I prefer the left side in this scenario. Catherine really likes the right side. This is the way we want to be set up on the court, right? So if Sean serves to us, and let's say that the score is 3-0-1. We're in this normal format. okay? Now, if Catherine and I have the odd score, right? So let's say instead of 3-0, it's 3-1. That means that technically speaking, I should be on the right side of the court and Catherine should be on the left side of the court because our number is odd, our score is odd. So for me to end up on the left side of the court where I want to be, if I'm returning and Catherine is up, this is the score, we have won. I can return this ball. Catherine will show me a hand signal to switch, which is that open palm. And I will hit this return, and I will move forward towards the left side of the court, and Catherine will move over to the right side of the court. This is one way you stack on the return with hand signals, where you show your partner that you are going to switch after they hit that return. Second option, if our score is 1, we're in this odd formation where I want to be on the left, Catherine wants to be on the right, you can also stack outside of the court. So if Catherine is standing on the outside of the court, I am still returning from the correct side of the court based on our score. I will hit this return and move towards the left side of the court, and Catherine will just come in, and then she gets to be on the right side of the court. So this is another way you can stack. The way that it would look, if Catherine was returning from the left, I would stack over here on the outside of the court. Catherine hits the return, and she moves forward towards the right, and I move in here on the left side of the court. Or if Catherine's returning from the left, then she would return. I show her the hand signal that we're switching. She returns, move forward towards the right, and I move to the left side of the court. That gives you the gist of stacking, kind of what it is, what it looks like. In summary, a couple scenarios where you might want to use stacking. Let's say that, the scenario for Catherine and I was that I just feel a lot more comfortable on the left, and Catherine just feels a lot more comfortable on the right. So this is kind of the formation that we like. In mixed doubles, a lot of times you'll see that the guy plays the left and the woman plays the right. The reason for that is because the guy wants his forehand in the middle. He's kind of able to cover more court that way if he plays from the left. And then a different scenario is also lefties. So if Catherine happened to be a lefty, if I was a lefty, instead of having my forehand in the middle like I do because I'm righty, I would have my backhand in the middle. And Catherine would have her backhand in the middle because she's righty. So we have two backhands in the middle. In general, people like their forehand better than they like their backhand. So if I'm lefty, we would want two forehands in the middle. So a lot of times you'll see that lefties stack to make sure that they're on the right side so that their forehand is in the middle. And if my partner is a righty, then her forehand's in the middle. So now we have two forehands in the middle rather than two backhands in the middle. So that's just a couple of different scenarios why you might stack. And I hope this video helps you understand more about stacking.